Hey. We're gonna do a pretty sizable book haul. I'm so excited. Time to graduate. Oh my god. Hey.
Why'd you do that? Oh, to Mark. Hey!
No, I just always do that.
Oh. You know when YouTubers will go like,
Oh yeah, they go. You actually think it's a horror movie. It's probably been about 2 or 3 weeks since I last picked up my camera. I've been in kind of a rut since May started. I don't know why, but I'm slowly getting out of the rut and getting rid of this attitude because we are romanticizing every aspect of our lives, not only in the summer, but every season from now on, because there are bits and pieces of every day that bring you joy and deserve to be romanticized. Just like right now. We're gonna do a pretty sizable book haul because in my rut, the one productive thing I feel like I've done is get back into reading. Knock on wood that it does not go away and I don't get bored of it anytime soon. I feel like because I'm done school and I'm taking a gap year that I'll stay consistent with my reading. I was an avid reader when I was in elementary school and high school, and then as soon as I entered grade 12 or first year university, it just all fell apart, all fell off because I was doing so many readings for school. And I feel like this is a very common notion and common feeling between university students. You're just doing reading after reading for school, that reading casually and reading for pleasure is kind of on the back burner, like the last thing you want to do after reading 100 pages of some boring academic article. I have 6 books to talk about. We will start with the book that I read last week that helped me get back into reading. This is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I bought this book, I kid you not, probably 2, maybe 3 years ago. I think it was closer to 2 though. And it just sat there. I bought it in person. Like I physically went to the store, bought it because I'd heard good things about it, and then immediately put it on my bookshelf and never touched it. I actually really enjoyed this. I don't know if I am rushing to read the second and third books, but I did enjoy this. It was a nice, easy read. It is very YA. Now we're on to my new books, which I'm very excited to talk about. I will start with the one that I'm currently reading. It is called Creep by Emma Van Straten. This one is really interesting so far. I think I'm about halfway through. I'm on like page 120, I think, and it's 240 pages long. I really like this so far. It is very unsettling, but that is the point. I'm going to try to give a quick synopsis based on my knowledge of all these books. I don't want to ramble on too long. This book is about a girl named Alice who becomes obsessed. When I mean obsessed with a guy that she has never met before. She goes on one of those cleaning apps to earn some extra cash, and this guy hires her to come clean his apartment every Wednesday. And she's been doing that for about a year at the start of the book. And she is obsessed, enthralled, and totally captivated by the reality that only exists in her head. And as the book progresses and she inches closer and closer to actually meeting this man, she realizes that the reality in her head is nowhere near actual reality, and she starts to spiral. I mean, she already is spiraling, but she spirals even more. And it's an exploration on class relations, poverty, race, mental illness. It's beautifully written. It's disturbing, but it is meant to disturb you, and the author did a really good job. This is her debut novel, and I think it is really good. I will give a more definitive ranking and rating once I finish it, but so far, halfway through, I would recommend if you are into like psychological, I don't want to say thriller, but it's definitely more psychological fiction. Next one is called Hunchback by Sao Ichikawa. This is also a debut novel. This one is about a woman who lives in a long-term care home, and to help pass time, she writes erotic fiction and also like is very prominent on Twitter, like troll tweeting. And then one day her new care nurse finds out that she writes erotic fiction and like joins in somehow. That is like a very, very surface level description of the novel, but I'm really excited to read this. I think I'm going to read this after I finish Creep. Next is Perfection by Vincenzo Latronico. This was on the Booker Prize shortlist. I have like fallen down a rabbit hole of book talk, and I've seen so many videos of people talking about the Booker Prize. I did not know that existed before 2 weeks ago. Perfection, I believe, is about two expats who moved to Germany to start fresh, rejuvenate their lives, and they slowly start to realize that life can still be mundane and boring and repetitive, and they kind of spiral. There's a quote on the back that says, edging closer to 40, they tried living as digital nomads only to discover that wherever they go, the brand of oat milk and their flat whites was the same. So their idea of moving abroad to like start a new life kind of falls apart, and you know, it's just a novel about life and its trials and tribulations and stuff like that, and I thought it sounded really interesting. This one is quite different from the ones that I've talked about so far, but I thought it sounded really interesting, and I'm a massive history nerd. It's called A Brief History of the End of the Effing World by Tom Phillip. This talks about how humans throughout history have always felt like they're living in end times or an apocalypse is nearing, and it discusses cults, failed prophets, and mass panics, and it just goes through a bunch of them, describing them, what happened, how we got here. This last book is called The Bombshell by Dara Farr. I actually found out about Book of the Month recently, and I decided to give it a chance and subscribe. That's where I also got this hat. It was a promotion for the month of May. It says reading is sexy. Do we all agree? Round of applause, round of applause. We all agree. Yes, we do. This book takes place in Corsica in the early 90s and is about a 17-year-old girl who gets involved in militant affairs. Like, she gets kidnapped by a militia, and then it's just like everything that happens afterwards. It's seductive, it's sexy, it's riveting, as the author puts it, and I'm very excited to read this one. So that's the book haul. I'm really excited to fully get back into reading. Also, I finally got a Goodreads. Anna has been pestering me to get a Goodreads for the past like 3-4 months, but I wasn't reading, so I was like, why would I get one? My Goodreads will be in the description, so follow there if you want to keep up to date with my reading journey. It's currently 12:24 p.m. I am going to get my hair done. My appointment is in half an hour. I'm really excited. I feel like I need a refresh. Also, so sad. This is my last appointment with my hairdresser because she is leaving the salon. I genuinely don't know what I will do. She has been coloring my hair since March 2021. So this is going to be a very special but sad appointment. I just got home from the salon. Here's what the hair is looking like. It looks so good. The color, I never realized how much the color fades in between sessions. I go every 6 weeks. I never realized how much it fades. And then I get my hair done and I see it and I'm like, wow, like the vibrancy. I'm so excited. I love a good blind box. These are Little Doodle Friends from Shop ARL, which is Amanda Rach Lee's stationery brand. She is one of my favorite YouTubers. I've been watching her forever. If you've been around for a long time, I did a video like a year and a half, 2 years ago, putting a bunch of lifestyle YouTubers in Hunger Games, and I included her in it, obviously, and she found it. In the video, I made a passing comment saying something like, Amanda, if you see this, please send me a doodle planner, and she ended up seeing it, and she DM'd me on Instagram and sent me a doodle planner, which was crazy. But she just came out with these plush keychain blind boxes, and I am obsessed. So I ended up sticking to 3, and you may be wondering, Ada, where's the third one? You're only holding 2 boxes. Well, I will tell you. My package arrived yesterday and I wanted to make an unboxing video, but I just could not wait, so I allowed myself to open one of them, and I got the blue one. This one is called Luann. I will be honest and say that this wasn't one of the ones that I originally wanted, but once I opened it and put it on my purse, I was very grateful that I got it, because my purse is the one bag I own that doesn't have any keychains on it, or didn't before I put Luann on here. I'm gonna open these right now. I'm also going to film a TikTok and an Instagram reel, so bear with me. I'm probably going to be looking at my phone the entire time, but I'm trying to diversify and post on all my platforms and not just YouTube. Oh. Look what finally arrived. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm ready. I'm ready. I've mentally prepared myself for disappointment, but I'm hoping to not be disappointed. I really love the top row, Fredbert, Bao Bao, and Theodore, especially Fredbert and Bao Bao. These are the 2 that I really, really want. I like all of them except for Taro Bun. It is not my favorite. I'm so sorry. Fredbert, Bao Bao, Fredbert, Bao Bao. Let's all manifest, okay? Because if we manifest hard enough, what is in this package will actually change. I'm nervous. I got Theodore. Oh my god. Stop. Fredbert or Bao Bao, please be in here. I I got Puddle. I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I really like the designs on the stomachs. Puddle has a raindrop on him. He's cute. The red feet are really throwing me off. Everything else is so cute, but I wish the feet were maybe green to match the leaf. Here are the boys, Luann, Puddle, and Theodore. Theodore's so cute. Luann has really grown on me. I'm sure Puddle will grow on me too. These are so cute though, Amanda. These are so cute. I have one more thing to show you guys that I got very recently, and this was a very pricey purchase for what it is, but I'm very happy that I got it. This is the First Fruit shirt. This is the shirt that Mark wore to promote his album First Fruit. This is actually part of the collaboration he did with Tim Hortons Korea, which, by the way, should have brought it to Canada, at least in select stores like in bigger cities, because Mark is Canadian, Tim Hortons is Canadian, and you're gonna collab and give all the good stuff to Korea. I'm pretty sure the Tim Hortons Korea menu is already way better than the Tim Hortons Canada menu, and that is insulting. I kid you not, this cost me $140 Canadian to purchase, but I really wanted it. So it was worth it in my opinion, because who else is gonna have the First Fruit shirt here in Southern Ontario? Not many people, okay? While we're here, I want to give a quick reading update. I'm going to give a full in-depth update at the end of June. I think I'm going to start doing monthly updates on like books I've read for the month and like what I think and what I'm going to read in the month coming up. I've read 4 books since I started reading again in mid to late May. The first one was A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Then I read a book called Creep, then one called Hunchback, and I just finished one called The Bombshell yesterday. I think out of the 4 that I've read so far, The Bombshell was my favorite. The one I'm currently reading is called Perfection by Vincenzo Latronico, and I'm actually really excited. I'm barely in it, I'm like 10 pages in, but I have really enjoyed reading. Reading has been my favorite pastime recently. Gaming has sort of been placed on the back burner. I have been gaming every day, or almost every day, playing a little bit of Overwatch, Marvel Rivals. I've been getting back into Persona because I was halfway through Persona 3 and then I randomly stopped playing because I got busy. So now that I have time, I wanted to finish it. But when I'm bored, I'm reaching for gaming and my electronics less and more for my books, because books and reading is actually very fulfilling, and I forgot how fulfilling finishing a book is. And it just really allows me to reset my mind. So highly recommend reading. There's so many books out there. Go on Book Talk. Like, not popular book talk. I mean, if that's your thing, then go for it. But I have a few creators on Book Talk that actually really influenced the books that I purchased when I was getting back into reading, and so far they've all been a hit. So I will leave some of my favorite Book Talk creators down in the description. It's currently 12:10 p.m. Graduation is officially tomorrow. I cannot believe it is already here. My grad is at 9:30 a.m. tomorrow, so I have to do the majority of my grad prep today. So first thing on the list is hair. I got my hair done like 2 weeks ago, so I'm only going to get a toner done, and then I'm getting like a really good blowout. That's the first step. I have to do like nails and stuff, and body care, skin care, stuff like that. But first thing on the list is hair. I just finished at the salon. This is what the hair is looking like. It looks refreshed. The color looks way more vibrant. She did a little bit of a touch up on my eyebrows because I asked her to, so they also match my hair pretty well. The blowout kind of looks a little crazy right now because she didn't brush it out, because it has to last until tomorrow morning, or like tomorrow afternoon at the latest. So she's like, I'm not gonna brush it out too much. It'll naturally fall throughout the rest of the day, and like obviously when I sleep and stuff, and if I want it to be less curly in the morning, I can always brush it out myself. My parents got me these gorgeous flowers. They are so beautiful. There's this really big white one right here, which is so gorgeous, so ethereal. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love these. My room smells like heaven right now, and they're still in the plastic so that I can take them with me tomorrow so I can take pictures. I will see you bright and early at 4:30. Yay. Time to graduate. Oh my god. Let's go.
Aida Kim, Natalie Grace Herbert, Emma Joanna June Carr, Aida Kevik.
Hey.
I just got home and it's currently 1:17 p.m. I'm officially a graduate. I officially have my bachelor's degree. Oh my god. It's crazy to think that my undergrad is officially done and I have a bachelor's of political science, but it is true, it is reality. It was a good ceremony. There was a lot of standing. It was boiling hot. The room that they put all the graduates in was boiling hot. We had to stand for an hour and a half. There was no AC. It was rough and I thought I was gonna pass out a few times. Once the ceremony started though, everything was fine because we were able to sit down. It was much colder in the actual hall and I was able to walk across the stage fine. It was after when I met up with my parents again and we like took pictures and stuff that my feet started to hurt again and I was starting to sweat. And it's really humid, really hot out right now. It's gonna thunderstorm soon. I got to see a lot of my friends, a lot of my classmates, congratulate them. Everyone looked so good today. I was such a proud acquaintance, friend. I just saw so many people that I have love for. The ceremony was full of love and just happiness and joy. And that's what I expected and I was really happy with how everything turned out besides the heat and besides my aching feet, which are still throbbing. And I refused to take off my heels because I was not going to walk barefoot on the ground. So I was like skidding along. I had my mom like help me. I had my hand on her shoulder and I was just like skidding along. I wasn't even like picking up my feet really because they hurt so bad. First step of my post-secondary education complete. Next up, master's, then PhD, and then I'll be a doctor of something. What? I'm not sure yet, but hey. One last look at the mug because it still looks really good even after sweating.